All right, well, for over 30 years, Legacy posters have been celebrating Black contributions to Canadian society.
The posters are designed by Order of Canada recipient Robert Small and are displayed in public spaces throughout the country. Joining us live this morning for more on this year's theme and story is Robert Small. Good morning, Robert. It's great to see you in person.
Great to have you here.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Very good to have you in to talk about your posters, which are really a legacy in themselves. For over 30 years, you've been doing this work. Why do you think that the Legacy poster is still such a relevant part of our shared history?
Yeah, well, I think there's a yearning to find out more about the Canadian experience and what many different people contributed to that experience as well. You know, so that's why and specifically the Black community and Black history. Like, Black history will always come up every year, and people want to know more about Black history. And so then we have a rich history ranging from Vancouver all the way to Nova Scotia. So there's a lot to learn about.
What kind of, each year they're beautiful posters. I mean, these feature some very prominent Black Canadians here as well. You know, the responses that you hear personally, Robert, what kind of responses do you hear? What kind of reaction are you getting to them?
Well, I get many reactions to the posters, as well as the bookmarkers I create, as well as the books I create as well. You know, the whole thing that it's always funny because I get stories from things. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to put your posters in the basement, and she used to read them to me, and I go, well, thanks, right? I'm the grandmother content. You know, so ranging from that to, you know, students telling me that they did research on my posters and they didn't know what to do for Black History Month, and they just looked at my posters and they emulated that, right? So there's so many rich stories that keeps me going and feeling that I'm contributing to today's society.
Yeah, and it's definitely a form of storytelling that kind of connects everyone's lived and shared experience. I want to talk about this year's theme for the poster. I noticed that your usual art is missing. Can you, give us more insight into what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, I've been doing the poster for 30 years, and I always painted the illustration.
Right.
But the technology has changed every industry, period, including my own. So I don't want it to look like outdated having my artwork on there sometimes. So I just wanted to modernize it a little bit and use my graphic design skills in order to create the same type of storytelling that you just mentioned, right?
Yeah. You talk about storytelling. It's such an important time to tell the Black stories this month, but throughout the year, of course, as well here. You know, these posters in some cases can be a starting point for the stories to keep being told, can't they?
Yeah, it's definitely a starting point, and that's why this year I focus on Black communities, because oftentimes we focus on individuals, but we don't talk about the communities that they came from, that nurtured them. It's such as like Little Burgundy in Montreal, which nurtured Oscar Peterson, right? Or the different other communities that exist in Canada that have nurtured Black people to excellence, and there were definitely seeds of greatness that were planted and were nurtured as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we talk about communities, and we can't ignore, the one that's south of us, our neighbors, and what's happening there, and to Black communities there as well. When you look at the tensions that are arising today, the polarization, all this stuff, how does that affect you as an artist and the way you create?
Yeah, because when I created Black History Month poster, oftentimes when I was painting individuals, I used to paint people that had a wide range of emotions, whether it be happy, predominantly happy, but also someone in every poster I create that has a solemn or sad look on their face to be symbolic of the fact that, one, that there are things in that are happening historically that we shouldn't be happy about. But on the reverse side, every day that I wake up as a Black person, I'm not waking up angry. I'm happy about my life in general. So that's why the majority of the people that I focus on have a happy outlook on their face, because that's our existence 24/7, even though the news might not project that and the reality. But with respect to what you just mentioned, Jet, about the United States, it kind of killed the America. I sell posters related to the African American experience and the pride that a lot of Canadians are having at this time. Nobody wants to buy those posters from me right now, right? So they specifically want Canadian content, which as a Canadian, I'm proud about seeing, even though it's to my detriment to a certain extent.
Gotcha. Hey, Robert, listen, appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks so much, and keep up the amazing work that you're doing.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
Good to meet you.
What an honor to meet you. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely.